So hello everyone. We're live. I know it has been a while for me since I was last live publicly for y'all. I've obviously live for my members, but I've been transitioning jobs, and if I owe you a reading, I will have some time tomorrow, and I'm going to be catching up. But I got slammed with like 6 days in a row, like 10, 12-hour days. So I love the job, and I love the hours and everything, but it was definitely a let's integrate you immediately type thing. So I'm still in the process of that. I'm going to be working the next 3 days. I'm going to have a day off after that, and then I have 4 12s in a row. So just bear with me as I rework my daytime job schedule with my outside of work schedule. I will be getting into a groove at some point, I'm sure, but we're doing some stuff. In the meantime, though, I was guided. I know it's a little late here. It's like 10:30, which is wild because I have to be up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, but I digress. We do it spirit asks regardless. It guided me to a reading, so we're going to do that. For those of you who are new, we are going to start off with Pineapple Charming. All right, Pineapple Charming is a discernment pineapple filled with well over 1,000 charms, of which I bought a few new ones today. So hopefully they will be shipped out in the next week or two. And I'll have some new charms for charming. But these are discernment charms. So a lot of times with online social media, YouTube readers and stuff like that, people, they tend to make every reading try and fit for them, right? They try and force it to fit. And that's not necessarily healthy. Sometimes a reading is for you. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it pertains to a very specific situation for someone. Sometimes you only need one thing out of the entire reading, and that's why you were guided to watch it. So if the charms resonate with you, one or more, then there's something in this message for you, whether it is the whole thing or just a piece that clicks and you're like, that's why I watched it. So take the charms as they resonate. If they do not resonate with you, none of them, then do not force the reading to fit. Use your own discernment. Take away whatever valuable guidance or advice that you could take from it, and then leave the rest for someone else. I'm guided by spirit to do these readings when I do, because someone is meant to catch it in divine time whenever they're meant to catch it. Okay. So I have given charming quite a shake off camera, and we're going to see what comes out. I'm always so excited when spirit tells me to go live. It's like the best, it's the best feeling ever. And I will have timestamps in the comments and the description afterwards so that you guys can fast forward, jump in and out. Hey, Lala, how are you doing? You guys can flash back in and out, back and forth, whenever you catch it. Okay. So let's see. We've got, let me get my pin board ready. We've got, spirit is starting off strong. So we've got the tornado. All right. We've got a tornado. So you might have someone wrecking havoc in mental space. Okay. This is an energy. It's a chaotic energy that comes in and kind of takes you out of your peace. They come in out of nowhere and probably leave as fast as they came. So we've got a tornado. We've also got a Ferris wheel. So there may be carnivals going on where you're at right now. You may have a specific memory with a Ferris wheel that is significant, that prompts you to like who this reading is about. You can have tattoos of any of these things. All right. So just take them as they resonate. If they jump out at you and you're like, oh my God, that's totally my charm, then it probably is. All right. We've also got an 8 ball. So you could be playing pool. You might also have a magic 8-ball in your possession. Let's see. We've also got, we've got another one of my cloud charms. This is my mediator charm. Okay. So there may be conflict between you and someone else, and you guys have a mediator trying to help you out, or you are playing the mediator between two people, one who is obviously willing to make progress and the other who is still in their testy energy, right? Testing you. We've also got my explore charm. So you may live near the mountains and or have a planned one, or camping might be associated with who this reading might be pertaining to if you're getting insight and cross-watching for someone. We've also got one of our little puppy charms. All right, so you may be a dog owner, especially if it's a puppy and they stick their tongue out all the time, which is super cute. We've also got the wedding bells. So this may pertain to someone that you were either literally married to or just felt like you were married to in soul. Or even if you were not in a literal marriage with them, you may have referred to each other as husband, wife, whatever. Okay. Wedding bells might also be something that's coming. I'm just saying. We've also got the crab. Okay, so you may have been eating seafood recently. You might have strong Cancerian energy in your chart. You may just like crabs and think crabs are cute. Okay. I've also got a button. Button could be a nickname. You might have a button collection. You may have been stitching a button back on something, right? These are synchronicities. We also have the nurse's hat. Okay, so you may be in the medical field or have been sick lately. Maybe you need somebody to take care of you because you've been kind of down and under the weather. We also have Saturn. So Saturn is in Pisces right now. You could be having a Saturn return, or Saturn could be giving you a heck of a time because it's in Pisces. It's challenging the other mutable signs. So Gemini, Virgo, Sag. You may be dealing with Saturn aspects and challenges right now, especially if you do have Saturn in a mutable sign like Gemini, Virgo, or Sag. We have two of my little micro playing cards. We've got the 8 of clubs and the 7 of spades. The tarot equivalents are the 8 of wands and the 7 of swords. So you might be having downloads or pings or getting intuitive nudges that someone is lying to you, and or they are an energy thief, right? We're probably talking about the tornado. Anybody who would come in and take your peace away is an energy thief, all right? And so you might be lying to yourself in regards to how important this person is, or taking their pain and making it your own and not separating the two, right? Hurt people. And if you have lost sight of that, you're taking on their hurt instead of releasing it. So you might be getting pings from spirit that someone is literally just stealing your energy and you probably need to let them go. All right, now for signs, sign beads, we have Aries, maybe in your big 3, or you might have a significant Aries placement like Jupiter or Saturn or something, especially because we had the Saturn charm come out. We've got Leo, we've got double Leo. Okay, so you may be like a Libra sun, Libra right, or Libra, Leo sun, Leo rising. You might have a Leo moon, Leo Jupiter, right? 2 different placements in Leo. And we've got Virgo. All right, so those are the sign charms. And then for letters, for those of you not familiar with the letters, all right, they are color coded for those who need it really, really, really specific. Not everybody does. They take the letters as they resonate. But for those who like to dare spirit and say, oh, those charms aren't for me, spirit will call them out in colors. Okay, so pink is for girls and blue is for boys. It doesn't matter to me how you resonate. It only needs to make sense to you. And then we've got black and white for yin and yang. So black is yin, that is divine feminine, energy dominant. And then white is yang, that is divine masculine, energy dominant, regardless of gender. So I've got pink H and pink Y, blue Z, and 2 blue V's. So you might have double V's in your initials. We've also got black C and white K. All right. Those are the letters. I don't have a lot of vowels here. So know that the letters, they don't just have to be initials. They can be abbreviations for things as well. So, yeah, take them as they make sense for you. CK, I mean, you could have a thing for Calvin Klein. You wearing Calvin Klein underwear right now. We've also got Casey. So even though KC are the letters, it literally is Casey. So your name might be Casey. We could have Heather, Helen, Victor, Vincent. We could have, I got a Y, so Yolanda. I don't know how many Y names you guys have out there. It could be last names as well. We've got Kevin, Kristen, anything to do with K or C. And then we've got Z. So guys' names that start with Z, like Zachary or things like that. Okay. And that is it for the letters, because we really don't have, I can't make any words with us. Although we do have VCKY, so Vicky could be a name, especially with the V's out here. Let's see, we could also do, I feel like Zachary might be so seriously significant for someone. All right, especially if the nickname is Zachy. I don't know what y'all call each other. Okay. Other words tend to pop out at me throughout the reading. I will let you know. Okay. So let's see. I was guided to do the Animal Spirit deck, Barbieri Tarot. I'm going to use my Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. And I'm going to use the Sacred Mirror cards by Alex Gray. There is nudity in this deck, so if you're sensitive to that stuff, that'll be at the end. You can skip that part. That will be the last part. Okay, if you want to skip it. So let's see what Spirit has going on that would guide me in this way. What do y'all need to know? Spirit, what do they need to know? Do I hear y'all seriously missing the harrow right now? We'll pull a harrow. We'll pull a harrow. I know, I love the harrow. So let's see. What is going on? Let's get the overall energy out here. Who are we dealing with? Okay. I feel like that might be our tornado, to be fair. All right. Overall energy, we have the cosmic egg on bottom and the otter on top, which is literally a reminder that in life, we are manifesting our ability to enjoy life. Okay. We are social creatures. We like to have fun. It doesn't feel good when our wounds are restricting our creation and we're not having fun with life anymore. Okay. The earth is our playground. We are meant to connect with beautiful souls and enjoy it. So overall theme, you are meant to enjoy your life. You are not meant to deal with and tolerate restrictive energy that takes the fun and the joy out of life. All right. Energy number 1, we've got the fire ants. It came out in the reverse. Second energy, we've got the golden egg with frog medicine. And then the third energy, we've got firefly. So 2 fire themed energies, although this is an air card. Okay. So let's see. Energy number 1 with the fire ants in reverse. This card in the upright always reminds me of someone being hit at all sides, right? Something being swarmed on all sides, and it's wildly uncomfortable. With this being in the reverse, you might have a firefly type person in your space, which is mirroring for you, that you can actually get out of this energy, right? You just kind of have to take flight and shine in order to get out, right? The brighter you shine, the more authentic you are. It tends to repel all of the things that you do not want. So you may literally feel, especially because the fire symbol reverse is water, you may actually feel like you're drowning in other people's energy. And to be fair, those other energies, even though they're real for you, it might not be as big of a problem as you're allowing it to be. Because I feel like you could easily get out of it if you just were authentic, right? That means not worrying about what other people think. That means not worrying about how you're going to take care of this or take care of that, and trusting that the solutions will present themselves when you choose to receive them, right? So take that as it resonates for you. The golden egg and the frog energy. I feel like this is someone who is in that golden opportunity energy. Someone who has that ability to kind of transform, kind of that metamorphosis energy with the frog, because frogs go through a process kind of similar to butterflies, where they start as one thing and end up another, right? Frogs start as tadpoles and then end up being frogs. And I feel with this, you're on the whole, right? If we don't separate these energies, I feel like you're being put in a situation, a golden situation, in order for you to see your own value. All right. Golden situation in order to see your own value, in order for you to see how spirit helps you transform as you're ready to transform and grow, right? You're not limited in your potential. You're not limited in what you can create with your life. You're not locked into anything. You're not beholden to anyone. You literally have anywhere in the earth that you can go and do anything that you want to do, right? You're not actually limited by anything but your own mind's ability to perceive what you are or aren't capable of. You are a limitless energy, okay? Like, some people think because they only graduated high school and they didn't go to college that they can't make a certain amount of money. They have to start, certain kinds of jobs. And, it's not true. You can be an entrepreneur and create your own business. You can, do even online stuff like social media, you know what I mean? Like, you're not limited. You can do a lot of things. Like, I personally, I graduated high school. I went to college twice, but every time I went, I was pulled out of it. Like, something happened in my life to where I could not finish my education. Does that mean I don't have an assistant manager position? No, I've got an assistant manager position. Does that mean I can't run my own business? No, I've been running my own business since 2018. You know what I mean? So, you know, you can go as far as you want to go with your life, and no one can actually stop you but you. If you want to go back and get an education later, you can. If you want to be successful in other things, you can. You're not less important or not valuable or not worth whatever just because you don't have what other people said you need to have in order to be successful in your life. Okay, this is your life, and you can do and create whatever you want to do and create. You know, same thing goes for relationships. Like, just because you've had relationships that were unhealthy and that's all you've had is unhealthy relationships, it does not mean that you cannot have a healthy one. You're not limited. Okay, you're not. If you think that your light's gone out or that you don't have the capability of shining, I'm literally sitting here fucking with my tea light and I've relit it twice. You can relight your light. Okay, sometimes all you need is a little bit of a spark, for real. Okay, let's get into the tarot. I feel like this energy, someone's on the verge with the fire ants in the reverse of getting the fuck out of Dodge with this, whatever the fuck this tornado situation is, right? Even the Ferris wheel can be a reminder to kind of take a step back and remember to enjoy life, right? It's not all serious. It's not all serious. Like, people think because you're an adult, you got to go to work and be miserable and come home and be miserable and then go back to work and be miserable. Like, cheer the fuck up. Cheer the fuck up. Be glad you got a job, you know, or be glad that you're capable of getting one, you know, like, stop being so hard on your own psyche. Reevaluate your belief systems, because you're actually in a really wonderful position right now to elevate. And that's the whole point of where you are. Sometimes when we feel really constricted or restricted in life, it's because we're literally finding the strength to bust the fuck out. So, Spirit, give me some insight into the fire ants. What is the clarity that we need on this fire ant energy? Here we got the priestess. Water. Okay. Water. You already intuitively know that, which you have to do. You're already being nudged, and that might be that Cancerian energy that came out in the charms as well. You know, we've got the magician, or not the magician, the Ace of Swords. I saw the one and immediately thought magician. So creator energy regardless, and you create with the truth. You know, we've also got the death card here. Like, you can transform, like, whoever needs this message, right? Because Spirit's about to get repetitive. You can transform your life. You just need to be honest with yourself. You just need to be honest with yourself. Is what you're doing working for you? Is it working for you? Are you happy? Are you stable? Are you considered and taken care of? Are you stable in your world? Like, is your life stable? Because if it's not, you have the ability to become all of those things and have all of those things just simply by being honest with yourself and saying, this does resonate with me. This doesn't resonate with me. This person benefits me. This person drains the fuck out of me. And being done with shit. Like, wave your magic wand and be done with shit. Cut things off that are not serving you. It doesn't matter who or what it is. If your job is bullshit, let the fucking job go. Start putting in applications for something else. Don't tolerate being at a job where you feel disrespected or you feel like people are playing games with you or pulling you around by the nose or taking you for granted. Like, fucking leave. Fucking leave. It's not worth. Yeah, strength card on the High Priestess. You already know, if you've resonated to this reading, that you, honest to God, have a really good heart with the Prince of Cups clarifying the Ace of Swords, and you deserve all the recognition and all of the loving, kind words and the actions that back that up and support that. Like, you've got to be really strong in creating your Four of Wands vision of success, right? The Death card with the Four of Wands. If you have to transform your vision to disclude certain people, like maybe you pictured happily ever after with certain people, and those certain people are coming up short. Like they're not everything that they said they would be or that you thought they would be. And you have to make that judgment call and close, really, the Magician on the bottom of the deck, and make that call to be the creator of your life. The King of Discus is under that. Like you're the master manifester. You're the writer. Who's got control over your life? Don't tell me it's them. They do not have control over your life. You can literally leave any situation with a bag that you can carry and trust that anything left behind you will get back tenfold. You can leave living situations. You can leave friendship circles. You can leave family dynamics. You can leave jobs. You can leave partners. It's possible. It's what are you willing to let go of in order to obtain your peace and freedom? Because if you're sitting there like, I don't know, I have all of these things. I can't leave them because I bought all this furniture. I can't leave them because I have so many clothes and I have this and I have that with them. And I can't leave because we have a pet together or whatever. Okay. Is it worth your peace? Is it worth your freedom? Is it worth your happiness? Is it worth the actual dream that you want, living happily ever after, whatever happily ever after is for you? I've literally left everything and took just a couple suitcases that I could bring with me. I've literally lived in my car. I've couch surfed off of friends' couches, like, in order to get out of horrible situations. It all comes back. I've got a whole apartment's worth of shit. I've got a brand new car. I've got all my clothes back. My son is with me. Like, it comes back. Whatever is meant to be with you will find you when you let go of the bullshit. So wherever you're at, you need to know that you can shine and take off. You do not have to be stuck in any situation. You can recognize your value at any time and manifest from that energy. You do not have to be devalued and manifest from a worthless state and have experiences that suck. You can manifest better. Spirit loves you unconditionally and will support you 100% of the way when you definitively choose to experience something else. Like, Spirit, I've had enough of this experience. I never actually want to experience it again. I'm willing to be open to receiving a better experience and getting used to valuing yourself. Because when you choose that, like, don't get it twisted. Opportunities and people will come in that will try and suck you right back into that energy because it's what's familiar. And you have to definitively say, no, I've been there, done that, lived it. Not reliving it, doing it again, ever. Right? And choosing better. What else do we have here? Let's get some insight on the golden egg and the frog. We're going to stick with Patch Tarot for this one. We got the Justice card. First card out is Justice. Yeah, no regrets. Emperor, huge masculine energy. That's high masculine energy. That's that Aries energy. And the Wheel of Fortune. Three major arcana. Spirit, clarify, please. Triple ones. Quadruple ones, right? 11. The wheel is 10 is 1. We've got the Ace of Discs here is 1. And then the Emperor, clarified by the 7 of Wands, is 4 and 7 is 11. This is initiation. This golden opportunity, this morphing, right? Double sevens. This morphing is really going to put you in alignment with what it is that you want to what you want to manifest. We got the King of Wands on the bottom. Yeah. And the Two of Wands. See, when you don't know what you want, you're going to manifest stagnation, right? The Two of Wands is pause. That means you don't know what you want. You don't know what your vision is. A really good example would be having this happily ever after vision of you growing old with your best friend, your partner, the love of your life, having a certain house in a certain place, right? Whether it's living in the mountains, by the shore, and on a farm, in the city, like whatever your dream vision is, picturing you smiling, picturing you stable, right? That is one vision. And then you might have another vision that says, well, I want to be with this specific person. And that specific person is not creating the same highest good vision that you have when you take them out of it. Well, I want to picture life with this person, right? You have two conflicting visions. Okay. And so when you don't know what you want, you get a lot of stuff that you have to decide whether or not you want it. Like, is this really what you want or not? Because Spirit said choose already. What do you want? Because if you really, really, really want life with this person, then you have to be willing to envision what life with them would be like in the reality of things and let go of your ideal, right? Your ideal vision. All right, well, this person is an alcoholic. They play video games all the time. I have to be able to picture them drinking and playing video games all the time and love them because I love that vision because it's with them. If you cannot love the reality of that person because they are showing you who they are and where they are at, if you cannot accept where they are, and it is in conflict with your vision, then you have to choose, right? The Two of Wands, any two number 2 cards, they're all choices. They're all choice points. You have to decide what is your vision. What is your best vision? Because you're not going to get your best vision if you don't choose it. You have to choose it definitively and then cross out anything that is not participating as being in that vision, right? Like, I can like somebody and be attracted to somebody, right? But I picture myself with someone who is single. So if they're married, they're off. They're not a part of my vision. If I want someone who is honest with me and open with me about where they are in life and what they're dealing with, but they're constantly lying to me about where they're at and they're trying to hide things because they don't want me to think some kind of way about them. And then I find out they're lying from someone else that I work with. It's like, I'm sorry, you're out of my vision. My vision includes people who are honest with me, right? A forever person who's honest with me. So if you're lying about why you don't have a car, if you're lying about, who you're living with, telling me you got roommates when it's really your ex, like, come on now. Like, be real. Just be real. Because if you're not going to be real, bye. Bye. You can't sit there, and deal with someone who's saying, yeah, I don't want to lose touch. I'm interested. But then their actions are not following through with interest. They just pop up randomly and then don't follow through. It's like, I'm sorry, that's not a part of my vision. I picture people who have follow through. I picture people who are invested. I picture people who are in alignment with me, and so you have to decide what your vision is. What is your vision? Because if you're dealing with people who have a solid vision, either you fit in their vision or you don't, and they're going to move on or you're not. And you're going to be left, right? You're going to be left with what is inconclusive, what is foggy. You're going to be left with something that is insecure because you're not secure enough in yourself and your own energy to choose your own vision, right? You don't know what it is you want. So you have to figure it out. You got to go figure it out. Someone who knows what the fuck they're after and someone who doesn't, they're not going to mesh. It's not going to work because someone knows what the fuck they want and someone else don't. If you don't know what you want, then how does the person that does know what they want know if you're in alignment with them or not? You don't share the same vision because one person has no vision. You follow what I'm saying? The Emperor energy with the Seven of Wands is about standing up for your right to choose shit. If you can't stand up and make fucking choices and invest in your vision, get the fuck out the way. Get out the way. And wherever you end up out the way is where you end up. You got to figure out where you want to be. You know, like, I don't have time or energy or patience anymore for people who don't know what they want, who don't know who they are, who don't know what they're manifesting, who don't have any fucking goals, who doesn't have a game plan, people who deal with addictions and shit, people who lie. Like, you and I are not on the same page, sweetheart. You know, all the best to you. You've got to figure out, right, if this is the reading that you're catching, you've got to figure out what works for you. You've got to be able to be the CEO of your life and say, this works, this doesn't. Okay, well, if this doesn't work, let's solve it. What can I do to resolve this issue that I'm having? Because it's no one else's job to fucking fix it. It's your job. If you need a place to live, then you need to fucking figure out how you're going to make money and create the place that you want to live in. You have roommates, you don't want roommates, well, then you need to make sure that you are financially responsible enough to secure your own place to live. If you want to get healthy and you want to lose weight and feel better about your body image, well, then you have to be disciplined enough to not eat things and at times and in amounts that are in opposition to that. Like, you can't sit there with no actual medical reasons as to why you're out of shape and say, well, I wish I was thin, right? Maybe you picture yourself thin, but your actions, you know, you also want to eat what you want to eat when you want to eat it. You have two conflicting visions. You have one vision of you eating whatever the fuck you want and one vision of you being skinny. You know, like, you have to pick a vision. What do you really want? And then you have to be okay with what that looks like. You know, like, be okay with being thick then, because you only live this lifetime once and you want to eat what you want to eat when you want to eat it. You know, like, you have to decide your vision. Choose. It is literally your birthright to have free will. Free will is literally the ability to choose. That's what free will is. It is your ability to choose. So stop pretending like you're living this life and don't have choices. Of course you got fucking choices. You know, it's like someone telling me they're hard up on money and they want to be able to live in a nice big house, but they're hard up on money. And the reason they're hard up on money is because they're blowing $600 a month on alcohol. Like, you could have the house that you want, but you're blowing $600 a month on alcohol. Like, what do you want? Choose. You are choosing to do things that are in conflict with your vision. And so there is literally no one else at fault but yourself. You know, you have to be the CEO of your life and start making choices. You have to start making cuts. You have to start making the right investments. You have to start seeing the return on your investments, you know, and if you're not seeing return on your choices in the manifestation of your vision, then you got to ask yourself what the fuck you're doing, right? Point blank, period. You can feel like you're drowning in life, but that's because you're choosing things that are in misalignment with your highest good vision. The universe is trying to get you to morph into this golden opportunity zone where you realize your power. Why are you giving your power away to things that are taking your vision away, right? Why are you dealing with people that are sucking your money dry and you can't afford to live where you want to live or how you want to live because you've got a vampiric energy in your life, right? You've got to start making cuts. You got to start making cuts. This is not conducive. I was giving this analogy to someone earlier. You're a CEO of a company, right? Let's metaphorically go there. You're the CEO of a company. You have your closest circle of people who you depend on that get shit done, right? That's your soul family. You also have lower level employees and different people in your life. Well, you might have one employee that shows up all the time. They do a great job. They go above and beyond. Well, they're a good investment. You keep them around. You give them more time. You give them more hours because they're benefiting the betterment of your goal. You also have another employee that shows up late. They call out all the fucking time. They come in a hot mess. They do a half-ass fucking job. They cost you money because they make mistakes all the fucking time. Well, you can give that employee a warning. You can give them 2 warnings. But if they do not change, if you tell that employee, listen, I really need you to show up on time when you say you're going to show up. I really need you to let me know if you're not going to make it in advance. You can't just ghost me or bail out last minute. Like, no call, no shows will get you fired. I need you to understand what it takes to stay in this business. The employee's like, yeah, I got you, no problem, I'll do better. They make this promise, and then that promise is a false promise, and they continue to fuck up. You can give them a second warning. 3 strikes, you're out, though. Why would you continue to pay somebody to come in whenever they want or half-ass shit? You wouldn't. If you were a CEO of a company and an employee was costing you money, you would do everything in your power to get rid of that employee. They're costing you. They are not worth it. They're not bettering your investment. They're not getting you closer to your goals. They're a fucking problem. It's no different with people in your life. You can give them a warning. Listen, I don't like the way you talk to me like that. I really don't appreciate that you make this mess and I got to constantly clean it up. All right, yeah, it's okay. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not going to lie to you anymore. I'll talk to you better and I'll clean up after myself. Some people will, some people won't. And if they won't, listen, we've already talked about this. I have a major problem with it. It does not jive with me. If you do it again or continue to do it, I'm telling you, you're going to get let go. I'm going to let you go. Oh, yeah, it's okay. I won't do it. I swear, blah, 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 blah. And they do it again anyway. Okay, you're out. You're out. I'm not going to waste another thought on you. I'm not going to have my feelings involved, right? If you chose what you chose, I'm choosing what I'm choosing. I told you what works for me. You weren't in alignment with it. I wish you nothing but the best in life. I hope you find something that suits you. I hope you find a job that allows you to roll in whenever you want and do a half-ass job and you shine. I wish you the best. But I got to let you go. You're not helping my operation. You're not improving my operation or giving me peace of mind being here. I could replace you with someone else who does a better job. You know, and that goes for everybody in your life. I don't give a fuck what their label is. Partner, sister, mother, best friend, whatever. If they're not showing up for you and they're making your life harder, if they're getting your goals further away as opposed to, you know, getting closer, you have to stop investing your energy in them. That means you have to stop worrying about what the fuck they're doing. You have to stop worrying about what you're going to do when they don't show up because you were banking on them and they're fucking maybe at best. Let them go. Not another thought, not another feeling like, bye. I'm rehiring. Like, why would you want someone coming to work drunk every day? I don't. I'm sorry. If you want to be hired to be a part of my life, I accept straight edge applicants only. You want to get close to my heart? I accept straight edge applicants only. You also have to be loyal and you have to be brutally honest. You have to be transparent. Right? Like, people have to fit the profile of what it is that you're hiring. Like, if you need an electrician, why would you hire a plumber? If you want loyal, why would you hire unfaithful? If you want honest, why would you hire a bullshit artist? If you want someone who looks at you like you're an equal and they treat you as an equal, why would you hire someone who tries to put you beneath them and devalue you? Who thinks they're better than you? Like, create the list. check the boxes. They don't check the boxes. Don't hire them. Don't let them be close to you in your life. They're not going to help you achieve your best vision. You know? It's so simple. Like when people make it hard, it's really simple. You just have to decide what works for you and then stick to that and not change it. And not change it. Let's get some insight on the Firefly. You can shine in the fucking dark. Surprise everybody. Firefly energy. You can shine in the dark. Fireflies communicate with each other by shining. So if you're in a world where everybody is asleep, you can flash your light and other fireflies that are also going to flash their light and y'all are going to see each other. That's how fireflies communicate. That's how they find each other, by shining their light. How are you going to find another firefly if you're not fucking shining and they don't even know you're there? Clarify the firefly, please. Clarify the firefly, please. Yeah, Ace of Discs. It's out twice now. 3 of Wands reversed, 10 of Swords reversed. Knight of Wands, 4 of Wands is out twice now. Yeah, you change your fate. Don't be fucking confused. Stand up for the choices that you want to make. And move forward. Yeah, move forward. That 6 of Swords clarifying the 10 of Swords reverse. Like, fuck all bullshit. This is no self-sabotage, no betraying of the self. Forward moving into new territory. Right? Tell yourself you're going to go to places you have never gone before. Energetically speaking, that you're going to have powerfully healing relationships, healthy relationships, even if you've never had them before. Stop settling for bullshit energy. Like, I don't need to explain myself to anybody. People want an explanation, I'll fucking give it to them. They'll figure it out. I've blocked people. If they really want to know why, they can figure it out. I'll tell them. Yeah, the devil weaves a story. The devil weaves a story. Okay? To the Firefly. Like, if you try and fly away, if you try and shine, I'm going to catch you in my web. The devil says, if you try and fly away, I'm going to weave a web and catch you in the web. And if that, really, the Hierophant's under that. And if that is your belief system, that the devil's going to catch you and you're going to get caught in something you don't want to be in and get trapped, well, if that's what you believe, that's what's going to happen. But you've got to close the cycle on that. The World card is under that. You've got to have some kind of emotional intelligence. King of Cups is under that. Be the creator of your life. King of Coin is under that. Champion your life. Follow your intuition. Make the effort. Don't settle. If something is not the way you want it, address it. Don't be afraid to speak up. Hey, I don't really like that. Because people are either going to respect it or they're not. And if they're not going to respect it, well, then you got to respect yourself in your own time. Because that smells like bullshit to me. You've got to create the foundation and put the spark under your ass. Knight of Wands, clarifying the Ace of Discs. Like, you've got to put the fire under your ass to set a new standard and raise everything to the ground and create a new foundation. You've got to be able to open that door to paradise type thing. Like, the door is there. You just got to walk through it. You're not exempt. You're not locked out. Hell, it's wide open. Door of opportunity is wide open. The Three of Wands in the reverse with the Four of Wands, like you've got to let go of the idea that you're on the journey and you haven't reached a destination. The only reason why you haven't reached a destination is because you haven't definitively chosen it inside your mind. 4 is a number of stability. You have not stabilized on a high vision. You haven't chosen it yet. The Ten of Swords in reverse with the Six of Swords is about moving forward from your old self that was drowning. Your old self would drown in making other things important that are not fucking important. Who is important? Who? Your kids? Yeah, they're important. Until they're grown-ass adults and they're able to make their own choices. Now you are not responsible for them anymore. They are grown-ass adults. You are responsible for yourself and your energy. If your grown-ass adult children who are on their own are stressing you the fuck out and causing you problems, you need to communicate with your kids. This is not acceptable. I cannot continue to tolerate that. You cannot talk to me that way. You cannot call me up whenever you need money and not ask me how I'm doing. You can't just come by to take from me and not spend any time with me or care to exist in my life otherwise. I don't like that. It doesn't feel good. Call somebody else. Figure it out. Make more money if you got to make more money. Stop calling me for just money. You know? Grown-ass adult children can be fucking toxic. What are you okay with? What are you not okay with? Get trapped in whose web? Who's going to manipulate you? Who's going to trick you? When you're listening to your intuition and be like, this doesn't feel good. Well, they made this promise and said this would change, but that didn't happen. Take them for face value. They can talk up a lot of game like they're a silver dollar, but if they're acting like a fucking penny, bitch, we throw pennies in the fucking street. Let someone find it heads up and think it's their lucky day. I don't need to carry all that fucking change in my pocket. What do you want? You only get this lifetime. So make the best of it. If this was the only lifetime you ever got, think about it. If this was the only lifetime you ever got to live, why the fuck would you want to invest in employees who don't show up and do a shit job and stress you out and fail your business? What if this is the last lifetime you ever got to live? What if it's the only one? You really want to live it stressed out? You really want to live it being taken advantage of? Do you really want to live it being lied to? Do you want to live it drunk and don't remember anything? Don't have any great memories that you could have done something else? What do you want? It's up to you. I know what I want. I cut people left and right. I do not care. I do not care. Like I said, if they want answers, they can figure it out. They'll message me. I'll tell them. But I don't even have the time to explain it to somebody who doesn't want to hear the explanation. I'm not wasting my breath. Think about that. I got no problem cutting somebody off when I know their energy is not in alignment with what is in my highest vision. You're not in my highest vision. I'm cutting it clean off. Done. If they don't want to go through the trouble to contact me, because there's multiple ways to contact me. If they don't want to go through the trouble to contact me, I'm not going to go through the trouble to explain it. You want to be confused? That's your prerogative. You want to care and figure it out and do the work? All right. I'll help you figure it out. I'll tell you outright. I'm an honest person. I'm transparent. I also don't waste my fucking time. You know? And you've got to decide in your life what works for you. Because I've decided in this life, I've wasted a lot of breath on people. I've explained why I've left certain people so many times. I've explained it to them why I'm leaving, and they didn't care and they didn't change. So if I'm a CEO and I can only invest so much time in certain things in my life, why am I going to waste my time talking to somebody who does not give a shit and isn't going to change? I could better invest my time elsewhere. I could take that whole hour that I would have spent talking to them about why I don't want them in my life anymore and going through that fucking loop-de-loop, or I can go live. I can connect with people. I can get creative. I can go cook dinner. I can read, research, work on shit. I don't got time for people who don't have time for themselves. And to be fair, even with the Explorer charm coming out, like, this isn't exploring new territory. Don't waste your fucking time. Just because we get more than one life, just because we get to come back and try again, does not mean that I'm going to sit here and fucking bullshit. Like, we die and leave this life when we can't learn anymore. We've tapped out from learning. And our inability to learn drives us into old age, and we come to our death. Because Spirit was like, okay, you gave up on yourself this life. We got to try again. I'm not wasting my fucking time. I only get this lifetime once. It might be my last lifetime here. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to go all out for my best life. I'm going to go all out with my best people. I'm going to go all out, smiling, happy, stable, joyous in the end. I don't care where the fuck I started. I don't care what life cards got dealt to me. I'm going to win the whole fucking pot. Like, I ain't fucking playing. If, as far as I'm concerned, if this is the only lifetime I've got left, the only one I've got at all, I'm not wasting it on bullshit. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't either. Who's worth what bullshit? They can step up. They can morph. They can grow. They can transform. Or you can go about your business doing that and let them figure it out on their own goddamn time when they're not wasting yours. For real. I wish nothing but the best for people. But I wish nothing but the best for myself too. What guidance card, please, Spirit? What power thought? Ooh, we got 2. 3. Yeah, I open new doors to life. I open new doors to life. New doors, guys. New doors. I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. Rejoice in what you do have. Don't focus on what you don't have. Don't focus on what you don't have. If someone is not in your corner, if they don't have your back, if they're not working towards the same goal as you, you do not have them. What you have is you. What you have is the people closest to you in your corner. What you have is spirit. What you have is the opportunity. What you have is the door. Rejoice in the fact that you got a door. Period. If nothing else, rejoice in the fact that you and the universe got your own fucking back. Rejoice in what you have. You have choices. You have doors. Rejoice in that. Trust life to be wonderful. Yeah. I am safe. It's only change. You're safe. It's only change. It's only change. I cross all bridges with joy and ease. The old unfolds in wonderful new experiences. My life gets better all the time. The old unfolds into wonderful new experiences. My life gets better all the time. Even with the airplane there, like fucking fly. That firefly energy, like fucking fly. Take off. Take off. Soar into your high energy. Get off the fucking ground. Get off the ground. Stop being on your fucking knees. Why would you be on your knees praying that things get better when you just got to choose it and stop submitting to what is not good enough for your peace to exist? Life supports me. Life supports me. Life created me to be fulfilled. I trust life, and life is always there at every turn. I am safe. The universe has you. If you jump, you're not going to fall. If you take the leap, you're not going to fall. Spirit's going to catch you. Life is going to catch you. The right people are going to catch you. You shine your fucking light bright, and other fireflies are going to see you. They're going to know where you're at. Other fireflies are going to catch you. You're not going to get hung up in the dark. Trust that life supports you. I cannot tell you how many times I have fucking reset. Hell, my life where I literally lived in 20 different locations in 3 years. Not once was I not supported. Not once. Spirit gave me everything I needed to figure out my shit. Everything. Anything I lost, I got back tenfold. Do not give up on yourself. Do not submit. Do not settle for shit that stresses you out and makes you miserable. As far as you're concerned, everybody can step the fuck up. Everybody can step the fuck up, or they can go clock out, and they don't have to come back. Let them go. There's better out there. People can look at you with love in their eyes and faith in their heart and support in their soul for you. You deserve to get what you give. If you're that kind of person, you love with your whole heart, you go all in with your soul for people, do not fucking sit there and tell me you don't deserve the same. You deserve the fucking same. So if they're not coming to you with the same, wish them nothing but the best on their way out. Hope that they heal. But if they're not going to heal, don't you dare hope that they come back. Don't you fucking dare. Love yourself. Love the skin you're in. Love the lifetime you've got. Love the fresh fucking air you get to breathe and the sun that shines every day for you. Live your best life. Visualize what the hell it is that you want. And understand people either check the boxes and they're qualified for the job or they don't. They're either qualified for the job or they're not. If you got the position of life partner open and they have to have this background and this type of personality and blah, 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 why would you hire someone who doesn't fit the profile? That's like putting a listing out there for an assistant manager job and taking somebody who's never had a job before in their life. I'm sorry, you have what experience with people? You have what experience cash handling? You have what experience record keeping? You have what experience hiring people? What experience do you have? None? Okay, you don't fit the job. Maybe like sales, we need someone who is open, vocal, sociable, lively, right? We need someone to connect with people, right? Someone who is not afraid to have conversation. Why would you hire someone who is timid and meek like this and they don't really speak up unless someone asks them a question? And when someone asks them a question, they just look at you like a deer in headlights. They don't have the answer. They're freezing. Okay, they're not your salesperson. They're not your salesperson. You got a job opportunity open for a physics teacher in college, like a professor. Why would you hire someone who doesn't have a degree in physics? It's a part of the requirements, right? Employers have requirements that you need to fill in order to get certain jobs. Well, if you want the job of life partner in my life, these are the requirements. If you don't fit the bill, it's like saying, yeah, well, you know, if you're, let's just say you're straight, right? Let's just say you're heterosexual, you're straight. And someone's like, yeah, well, I check all the boxes. Okay, but you're not the sex that I'm attracted to. I'm sorry. I'm just not attracted to you, right? I'm just not attracted. You have to check the box that has the gender that I am attracted to. You have requirements. Stop pretending like your requirements don't matter. Stop pretending like your requirements don't matter. Keep the position open until it is filled by the right person. And if they are not the right person for the job, I'm sorry, you did not pass the trial period. I wish you nothing but the best, though. Better luck at your next job. Better luck at your next place, your next relationship, your next whatever. Sorry. It just wasn't a good fit. I don't know why people get so upset like it's so fucking hard. Everything outside of that, it's a trauma bond. Why are you going to keep somebody around who doesn't actually make your life better? Why are you going to keep someone around who treats you less than what you're worth? Let go of your trauma. I have faith that this reading caught you in divine time. It was meant to catch you in divine time. And I love you and appreciate all of you. Everybody who ends up leaving comments and dropping likes and the replay, because I know it's fucking late. Anybody who catches it and does that, like, just know that I greatly appreciate you and your presence. And I hope that you live your best life. Until next we meet. Bye.